Welcome to YVU IT Hub, powered by KVRSS Group.
Hi everyone. In this session, we will have a discussion on how to use Microsoft Forms. Now, almost many people are aware of Google Docs or the Google Forms in India, but most of the people they may not or little bit aware of the Microsoft Forms. Similarly, how we have in Google Docs or Google Forms, similarly we are also having Microsoft Forms under Office 365. So in this session, I will let you know how to use externally as well as even for meetings or for while taking the classes, for taking the feedback or conducting the quiz. There are many things we can able to do by using Microsoft Forms here. So for having access to the Microsoft Forms, what I have to do here is we will have two options. One is you just go with office.com. It will list all the features as per your license. There you can choose the Microsoft Forms. And the second way, directly visiting the site of Microsoft Forms. But for in a way to avoid that confusion, or sometimes we may forget the things to remember what is the actual domain for having access to the Microsoft Forms. So it's always better, just it is very easy to remember office.com. Just go with office.com here. Just you just look at this URL section. I already entered office.com here. So what I have to do here is simply hit enter. So this is the home page of office.com. What we have to do here is, here we are having the sign in. Just hit the sign in. Enter your email ID. Enter the password. If you would like to save your password in the browser, you just hit S. Otherwise, you just go with no. See, what we have here is, by default it will not show the list of features or applications under your license. So what we have here is, just look at bottom left side, we are having the gray button, right? What we have to do here is simply hit the all apps. All these are the features which are listed under my license, right? So here we're having the forms. We can also call it as Microsoft Forms here. So what we have to do here is simply hit the forms. It is getting open here. So here we're having the new quiz and drop down here. So based on your need, you can create whether it is a quiz or any something else you can do in Microsoft Forms, as like how we are doing in the Google Docs. So here we're having the drop down, just hit this one. So here we are having the one more option, there is a new form, just hit the new form. Otherwise, if you go with directly new quiz, it will go to the quiz section, but instead of that, for exploring you, if you go with the new form, it will list out the few more things, whether it's a quiz or feedback or survey taking or etc things here. So in this case, we are having the two tabs. One is the questions, the second one is the responses. So in case of questions, which under these questions we need to create the things here, like whether it is quiz or some survey or whatever, based on your need we have to do under question section. In case of these responses, so whoever they're going to submit the responses, those you can find under responses section here. So first what we are going to do here is, just we will go the questions. Here we need to keep the form title. So in this case, what I'm going to do here is form testing. So this is the title, and in case of description, if you would like to add anything, you can add it. Just I'm keeping only for the understanding, just I'm keeping the description. Here we're having the add new. Just hit the add new. It is showing the choice, a text, a rating, a date, and we're having a few more options here, like a file upload, a net promoter score section. Based on your need, you can choose anyone. So in this case, I'm just going with the most of the people they will conduct the quizzes here. So for the purpose, I'm just going with the choice here. And the second one is, just we will go with any date or rating or whatever. So just I'm going with only choice here. Just I'm hitting choice. So it is listing here the courses, actually 1, 2, like that. So in case of question 1, what I'm going to do here is I will keep as it is, just keeping just question 1. And in case of options, I'm keeping option 1 and 2, and further again we will do that add option, that is option 3, and for 4 option. See, 4 options. In case of multiple choice questions, almost in many cases there will be minimum 4 options. So this is enough for this one. And again, we are going to add one more thing, that is like I will go the date, whatever. That is our wish. I'm just keeping the title as a date. Here we're having one more thing. You just remember. So if it is a mandatory field, we have to go with this one, the required field. So always in case of them secures or like multiple choice questions or the date or somewhere, if you are conducting any quiz or whatever, it is always suggested to keep or suggested to enable this required. That means it is a mandatory field. If you have not enabled this one, even the student or any other, if they by mistakenly if they hit the submit, simply that will take the response. But if you keep this one, if a student or any other or your colleagues, if they forget to fill the any MCQ or any other option, so it will let them know. Because it's a mandatory field, they have to give the response for the question here. In case of this date, definitely students or rather your colleagues, definitely they have to give any response. Without giving the response, they cannot submit the form. That is the important thing. They cannot submit the response. That is the important thing. So in all the cases, what I have to here is you just make it required. Even for this also, just you make it required as multiple answers or whatever. If it is a multiple answers or whatever, based on the answers or whatever, so you just decide yourself. In my case, I'm just thinking there's a multiple answers. There will be multiple answers, I'm thinking. Okay, so multiple answers here means there will be a answer more than one option here, like option 2 3 may be correct, or option 2 3 4 may be correct. That's based on yours. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the way of creating the Microsoft Forms here. So okay, so what you have to do here is simply, here we're having few more options. So I just explore you few more options what are having here. If you hit the preview, this is the way of viewing, especially for your students or to whom you are going to sharing this one. This is the view mode, right? So in case if you hit the mobile, this is the mobile view. So this is the mechanism behind of this preview. Again, we're having the themes here. So backend themes, if you select this one, this backend theme will get changed. So all these are the like basic things. I don't want to go much explanation about all these things. The most important thing here is we are having the more options here. Just hit this one. Here again we are having the multilingual. So same form we can able to display in more than 1 or 2 languages. That is based on your need. So in case of the print form, directly hit this one, directly can take the print out of this form also is possible here. Just I'm not taking any printout. So just I'm hitting the cancel here. So again what I have to do here is simply, again we will go with more options, and here the feedback and terms, all these are basic things, and once if you go through you can understand better here. So here we are having the share. This is a very important thing. Okay, so here again if you go with this one, here we're having the drop down with 3 options. One is anyone can respond, only people in my organization can respond, specific people in my organization can respond. So anyone can respond means, so any other people they can able to respond. If you go with all the people in my organization can respond, it means even you are sharing this form also. So why, if they would like to submit the response, definitely they have to log into Microsoft Forms or whatever. Definitely will ask the login. It will ask the login to give the response. So if you go with the specific people in my organization, if you select this one, it will ask you to name the user or the members of the groups to whom you would like to share this information. See, so for this testing purpose, what we are going to do here is simply I'm just going with anyone can respond. So I will let you know one by one here. So anyone can respond. If you keep anyone can respond, so just simply copy the link. See, now we have copied. What happened here is we'll go with another browser. There we just paste it. We can submit here. See, here we are having. So directly anyone, we have selected the role, anyone can respond. That means everyone, they will have the access for this form. So what we are going to do now, just going back to the Microsoft Forms, then we will change this role here from anyone can respond to only people in my organization can respond. Okay, just copy this one URL. You go just going back to the another browser. I'm just hitting here. So see, it is asking the login. So what we are going to do is simply I'm just choosing another ID here, that is student ID. We have created this one for the demo purpose. Just I enter the email ID, hitting the next. We need to enter the password, then hit the sign in. So I don't want to say my password in the browser, just hit the no. See, now form is available here, right? So here the first time, here what I have done here is we have chosen the like a security or control status, anyone can respond. So in this window what I have done there is only people in my organization. So in third there is one more option under control status, that is specific people in my organization can respond. So what I'm going to do here is simply I'm selecting this one. So here what I'm trying to do here is I will add another thing like demo at the right. If you are having this ID, yeah, no, we are not having any ID. So what I'm going to do here is for the testing purpose, it is better to have one more account. Like I will go with the test which already created. Yes, a test one we're having. I'm just specific people I have just selected here. Specific people in my organization can respond, and also I have selected one person, that is the test one account. So I have not selected, I am not sharing this form with the student for their response, right? Yes, what I'm going to do here is just copy the link. We'll go to another browser and then another new window, just hit this one. Say you don't have permission to view or respond to this form here. Already we have logged in this browser, but that specific form we have share or sending to specific person, that is the test one at the right, yvu.edu.in, right? So if we change this status here, again the student account also will have access. So what I'm going to do here is simply warn the people in organization. I just will remove people, use specific continue. Yes, no issue. So just copy. What I'm going to do here is I don't want to copy, just hit this one. We are having the access because that was changed to people in organization can respond the status. So this is a great feature. And one more, you have the question, that is can we make it active only for specific time or specific date? Yes, it is possible here. How we are going to do here is simply we are going back to our account and go to the more options. Just remember, this is the more option. Already I'm telling you, in Microsoft platforms, if you are looking three dot option anywhere, you just hit that. That means more options will be there. That means the behind of that icon there will be more options. You just remember. So what we are going to do here is simply you just hit this three dot icon. You are having the settings. You just hit the settings. Here we are having everything. See, anyone can respond. Again, we are having record name, one person per one response per person. These are the additional responses control measures here. So if you go with one response per person, so only one person can submit only one response. If you are not checking, or if you uncheck this one, so one person can submit more than one response as possible. This is the meaning here. So I think you can understand better. We don't want to focus much on this one because every day we are experiencing that. So we should focus on the how to make this form is active only for certain time. So here we're having the accept responses, right? By default we should check in this one definitely, because we should receive the responses, right? So here we have the start date, end date. See, now if we keep anything here, start date, end date, and time we are having here, so that will be active only for that time. So this most probably many people are looking for this option, this control. So we are having everything here, right? So this is the way we can able to make any form active only for certain time. So now other features, other options that we're having, just go down. You are having the response receipts. Allow receipt of responses after submission. Get email notification of each response. If you hit this one, so what does it mean here is allow receipt of response after submission. So all the responses you can allow, and here the get email notification of each response. If you would like to get the notification for email, you just check in this one. See, these are regarding the like responses for sending the emails, or any copy of your submission you can able to get into your email. It's not that much tricky here. You can understand once if you start practicing. So these are the options we are having under Microsoft Forms. It's a very easiest one. You can build this one with even for your Microsoft Teams during the during the classes also. You can share these forms with your students in chat section or in the post. They can ever submit their feedback, or if you would like to take any survey, anything is possible here. So this is the greatest platform, especially for whoever they're using the Microsoft Teams. Is very useful for you to conducting the examinations or whatever it is possible. Even case of other assignments, if you are aware of all these things, even case of assignments also, you can experience the same form. So this is briefly about the Microsoft Forms. Further, if you have any queries, you can reach our support team. They will assist you. I think, hope you understand everything. With this, I'm closing this session. Thank you.
Subscribe for more videos.